Why are people in America so upset with the welfare system, you may ask? Well, my guess is because so many people play the system and because they may know somebody who actually really needs the help and they can't get it because there are so many people playing the system that all the funds have been taken up. Most people are upset with the system, so we should all try to make changes and new stipulations in order to be able to receive the welfare. Low-income people live a better life than some of us, I guess you could say, because they're receiving all these government funds whenever they truly don't need them. So we should try to make changes in order for people who really need it to be able to get it. I have seen with my own eyes people play the system, and I've also done some research over the past couple of weeks over the welfare system and looked at other stories of people playing the system. First, I'll explain some things about the welfare system. Second, I'll explain how people play the system. And last, I'll suggest my ideas of new stipulations to add to the welfare system. So many people take advantage of the welfare system, while some people who really need it can't receive the help they need. The welfare program is to help people that have little to no income. Federally funded and governed U.S. welfare began in the 1930s during the Great Depression. The federal government provides assistance through TANF, which is Temporary Assistance for Needy Families. It is just a grant given to each state in order to run their own welfare system. There are different types of welfare available, and you must apply for it. The type and amount available for individuals and dependent children varies in all states. All states are different as to what they provide and how much you get. Most offer basics such as health care, food stamps, child care assistance, unemployment, cash aid, and housing assistance. You can apply for welfare online or in person with a caseworker. You must be prepared and have all documents they might need, such as an ID, proof of income, and utility bills or anything else that could have proof of residency. Now that I've informed you of a few things of the welfare system, I will now tell you a few things of how people play the system. People play the welfare system, and that makes it unfair to the other people who are trying to get help and can't receive it. The welfare program has an overwhelming amount of people needing help, and of course not everyone can receive it because there's no way the government is funding the state enough money to just give all these people welfare to help them get through whatever they're getting through. People abuse and use the systems by not applying for jobs after signing paperwork and stuff saying that they were trying to get a job and they couldn't get one. Or having children just to get more aid. The more kids you have, the more aid you're going to get, obviously. You'll get more food stamps and housing assistance and stuff. And staying unmarried so they qualify for more benefits because of the title single mother. Most people choose not to work and live off the government instead of trying to go out and get a job. I understand it can be hard getting a job sometimes, but some people don't try hard enough. I just explained how people play the system. Now we will talk about some new stipulations that the government should put in place. If I was in charge, there would be many more stipulations to follow. The workers would help the people find and get jobs, help them find places that are hiring and get job applications filled out. Because normally if you have a job, you don't necessarily need the government's help for food stamps or health care or any of that stuff. Normally you can pay for it yourself, or your job might even offer you your health care. Some people just need a little bit of encouragement and motivation to get out and do something. So you could be their only motivation for the day and be the one that talks them into going and applying for a job. And a big one for me is drug testing. You must pass a drug test in order to get any assistance. You have to stay clean the whole time while you're receiving assistance, and if you fail, you cannot get assistance, or if you fail while you're in the middle of assistance, your assistance is dropped immediately, and you no longer have all your funding from the welfare system. You would have to have a good reason to want or need the assistance, such as a tragedy like your husband dying at work, and he was the only one that worked, so then you are left with nothing. Moving states or countries and trying to become a legal citizen. An unexpected job loss whenever they start laying people off, such as in the oil field or on the railroad track. Or if you become disabled unexpectedly, like get injured at work or just doing something around the house. I talked about the welfare system, and then I talked about how people play the system, and last I talked about a couple of new stipulations that should be put into place. Low-income people live a better life than most of us who work hard for our money. The state should add in more stipulations. I understand some of the people receiving the welfare assistance truly need it, but some of them are playing the system and need to move along and get a job so other people who actually need the assistance can receive it. Thanks for listening to my persuasive speech.